How's it going, guys? Kevin back at you with another video. Today's video, I'm super excited to show off my clipless body mounts for the Vanquish VRD stance here. This is a super awesome truck. Super happy I got mine in lime green. You can see the twist off mechanisms there. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to install them, how they work. So with that, let's get to it. All right, guys, so this is super easy, very similar to my other twist lock mechanism. So simple counterclockwise 90-degree twist, just like lefty loosey, righty tighty. Body comes off just like that. You can see the underside pieces. Then again, make sure that your sliders are in there to the left. And then, got to tuck it in a little bit there. There we go. And then push down. You'll feel it when they drop in and twist. And then body is super nice and secure. Do that one more time. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. So pop that up. Drop it in. I always recommend sort of looking for the front bumper here and the rear bumper. As long as you've got those lined up, there's a good chance that when you push down, as long as they're vertical. So the strakes you want to keep vertical, that means they're unlocked, and when they're horizontal, it means they're locked. And then so push down vertical and then twist. So they're vertical right now. I'm going to push down. I'm going to twist. It locks. Same thing on the other side. If you have to, sometimes just wiggle it back and forth, and it'll find the chamfers there and slide in, and that way it'll be nice and secure. So just like that, it's on. So with that, I'll get into the installation. All right, so for installation here, so first thing to note, these body side holes are actually smaller than most other trucks. They're not quite 6 millimeters, so these parts are all designed to work with a 6 millimeter hole. So I'm giving you guys the option, pick up a body reamer. I have them pretty affordably priced, so that way if you don't have one, you can add that on super cheap. Use a body reamer to ream this out to 6 millimeters, just so it spins freely. You don't want to go too crazy over that. You don't want it tight either. So the parts then, so you're going to have the underside piece on the body and then the top side piece. So you're going to have a M3 by 12 millimeter and then an M3 lock nut on this side. So you're just going to drop the lock nut in there, slide the M3 through, M3 by 12 through, and you're going to slide this through the body. Again, you want to make sure it spins freely. And then what I like to do is slide this through, and you'll notice there's tabs here on the front, so hopefully you can see those. Those tabs are what key it and control the rotation and make sure that these are consistent in the right orientation. So what you're going to do is basically slide this through. I like to essentially push it until those tabs are engaged. So I'll try to show you in a hot second here. So see how the lock nut has kind of popped up? So that's perfectly fine, and that's actually what I want, because I want to keep the tabs engaged. It's a little bit hard to see here. I'm trying to give you a perspective on it. Once the tabs are engaged like that, so you can see that they're meshed together. If I move the top, it's going to spin with it now. And now I can tighten it the rest of the way. You don't have to go crazy tight. Basically just until it gets snug. It is a lock nut. Whoops, got to engage it there. It is a lock nut, so once you start to get into that nylon, portion of the lock nut there, it's not going to go anywhere. So just like that. And then you should notice that when the strakes are lined up vertical, for example, that on the underside, those are also vertical. And if I go horizontal, those are horizontal. And you can see that they're matching, and now I know that I've installed it correctly. So you do that on all 4 corners, and that's the installation for the body side. So now let's take a look at the chassis side. So on the chassis side here, so in the front, all you have to do is take out this bolt on either side, pull the stock part out, and drop this one in. This is meant to be really tight and flush to give it the highest strength possible. These are printed in Formlabs durable, so it's an impact resistant plastic. However, you crash it a bazillion times, eventually they will break. Just like normal body posts, they do have a limit. However, for the stance, when they're at their lowest position, they're going to be pretty darn strong. But if you do have a problem, feel free to reach out to me. So super simple in the front. Again, remove, install, drop it in. On the rear here, slightly different. So this is what the stock part looks like. So there is a height adjustability on here. However, for the stance body, this is actually too low because of the minimum height required for these pieces, the way that they're designed. So this is actually one solid piece that I designed. And so if you guys end up wanting to put a different body on there, I will allow a different option. Just feel free to reach out to me. I can ship you all 4 of the fronts versus 2 of the rears. And that'll give you height adjustability in the back, but it won't allow you to go as low as the stance body is from the factory. So this is going to be the lowest option and the one that I recommend because it's also going to be the strongest. So this piece, solid piece, so basically take your bolt out of your shock, take your bolt out of here. That piece is basically just going to come straight off. You just set this aside, keep it if you want to put it on some other truck or some other body, whatever it may be. And then basically just run those 2 bolts through. These are M3 threaded. in the design, so no need to go crazy tight. Once they're on there, it's not going anywhere. I can pick up the entire truck by this thing. It is super solid and secure. But same thing for both sides. So they are left and right. So you'll notice that they're mirrored but not mirrored, because on the inside you do actually, they're both clockwise twist. So not quite mirror images, but that's how you guys can tell them apart then. So once you have that, your installation is complete, and then you can throw the body on. Again, just as shown earlier, nice and easy. Make sure, you know, get your sides in there. And then if you can tell on here, I was too far forward. So I like to always visually just line up the front and rear bumpers. And that's the easiest way to tell that I've got this lined up. And all you need to do is just make sure that it's vertical, push down, twist it, and then again, super nice and secure. So with that, I really appreciate you guys checking out another one of my products, another one of my videos. Be sure to check out some of my other videos if you got other trucks, Veloci Pro Moto, newest CJ, whatever it may be. Love all your comments and support, so thank you guys for that. I will catch you guys next time.